Dynasty Warriors, Origins, where history gets a bit too epic. I mean, who needs accuracy when you can have massive sword swings and armies falling like dominoes? Let's talk about the game where realistic is just a suggestion and epic is an understatement. Alright, let's talk about Dynasty Warriors, Origins. Now, if you've played any Dynasty Warriors game, you already know what to expect: epic battles, hundreds of enemies, and characters that feel more like superheroes than historical figures. But Origins, oh, it takes everything to the next level, in ways you won't believe. From wild combat to the most inaccurate history lessons you can imagine, this game has it all. So, grab your sword, we're diving into the chaos that is Dynasty Warriors, Origins. We all know Dynasty Warriors. It's that one series where you jump into a battlefield, swing your weapon around, and take down hundreds of enemies like you're some kind of unstoppable force. But when it comes to Dynasty Warriors, Origins, oh, it's a whole new level of crazy. This game takes everything you thought you knew about history, action, and logic, and just throws it out the window for the wildest ride possible. It's like someone asked, what if we made a game where you could fight an army by yourself, and make it as ridiculous as possible? And, well, they nailed it. You know what's the best part about the combat in Dynasty Warriors, Origins? It's like a button-mashing marathon with no finish line. Seriously, you're just hacking away at wave after wave of enemies, who all looked like they came straight out of a copy-paste factory. You could close your eyes, hit the same 3 buttons for an hour, and still be wiping out the same generic guys over and over. I mean, how many times can you destroy the same enemy before you start asking, didn't I already beat you? Like, 100 times. It's like the game's motto is, if it ain't broke, just keep hitting the same button. Oh, so you thought history was about strategy, diplomacy, and actual warfare, right? Well, Dynasty Warriors, Origins says, nah, forget that. It's like they looked at the Three Kingdoms period and thought, how can we make this way cooler? And boom, giant, gravity-defying jumps, warriors spinning like tornadoes, and one guy taking out thousands of enemies in a single swipe. Because, you know, history wasn't about real battles. It was about superheroes with swords. Seriously, take a look at Guan Yu or Zhao Yun. These guys are like walking, talking superhero posters. You ever seen a man swing a sword so big it looks like it belongs in a fantasy novel? They'll take on entire armies like they're just late for lunch. Oh, you've got thousands of soldiers, huh? No problem. Watch as I clear a whole battlefield with a single swing of my sword, while my magic horse just spins around like it's trying to take off into space. And let's not forget they're hardly even breaking a sweat. It's like, buddy, did you leave your humanity at the door, or are you secretly a demigod in disguise? Just when you think you've wiped out the last of them, bam, another wave of enemies comes charging at you. It's like the game saying, you're not done yet. And you're just standing there wondering, did they stop making enemies? Or did the developers just hit copy-paste? Seriously, it's like an endless parade of faceless soldiers, and the only thing that changes is how much you want to throw your controller. Let's talk about the graphics for a second. Honestly, it feels like the game's stuck in a time machine that never quite made it to 2023. You'll be looking at characters and thinking, is this a remaster? Or did they just find the oldest assets lying around? It's like they took a picture of a character model from the early 2000s and decided, yeah, that'll do. And don't even get me started on the voice lines. Seriously, these characters repeat the same phrases, so often you'll start hearing them in your sleep. It's like they recorded 5 lines and just hit copy-paste for the rest of the game. You'll be dreaming about that one voice saying, for the glory of the kingdom, in your nightmares ... over and over and over again. It's a sound that haunts you long after you've put down the controller. Poking fun at the hardcore fans. The fans, oh, they're hardcore. They'll defend this game like it's the Mona Lisa of gaming. What do you mean? Dynasty Warriors is a masterpiece. Yeah, sure. A masterpiece of smashing the same poor soldiers over and over again for hours. It's art. They'll say, well, I guess if art means repeating the same thing until you question your life choices, then yeah, Dynasty Warriors is definitely high art. Is Dynasty Warriors, Origins perfect? Oh, definitely not. But let's be real here, there's something oddly satisfying about just mashing buttons, slashing through an army of enemies, and feeling like an unstoppable force of nature. Sure, the story's wild, the combat's repetitive, and the enemies never seem to stop. But sometimes you just need a game where you can let off some steam, right? So if you're up for some mindless fun and ridiculous action, Dynasty Warriors might just be the chaos you're looking for. So, what do you think? Did I go a little too hard on Dynasty Warriors, Origins? Or is there something I missed that makes it a hidden gem? Seriously, I wanna know your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let's have some fun discussing this game.